Thank you all for being here. I want to thank my colleague, friend, partner in the United States Senate, Chris Murphy, for joining me in helping to bring together this group. We have here really a veritable who's who of the environmental action movement and political organization, and thank you especially to our labor friends who are here today. We should be here celebrating, in any event, the confirmation of Gina McCarthy. Yeah. And the confirmation of Tom Perez as Secretary of Labor, and the appointment or nomination of two good people to the NLRB. Took a lot of work. Thank you for all your support and help in a very bipartisan change of heart and dedication in the United States Senate. Very heartening to see, and I hope will mark a newer chapter in the history of the Senate where we can move ahead on issues like this one. Truly, saving the planet should not be about party. It should not even be political. And we have an obligation, it's a moral imperative, not just a political responsibility, to make sure, as the President said, that we do not leave a planet for the next generation that is beyond repair. And it is growing more and more beyond fixing with every day, every year that our nation fails to act. We shouldn't even call it climate change. We should call it climate disruption, global destruction. That's what our present course will lead us to. And the action that Connecticut has come together to help lead, and we've always been at the forefront of environmental protection, is truly, I believe, going to inspire the nation. In fact, Connecticut has been a leader in showing that the myth of economic growth being in conflict with environmental protection is truly a myth. In fact, the two go together. Environmental protection, reducing carbon emissions and air pollution, actually leads to innovation, which leads to economic growth, which fosters and promotes job creation. And the President recognized that in the very, very strong principles that he articulated, the goal of reducing carbon emissions by 3 billion metric tons, half of what's produced now in carbon pollution by 2020. In his science-based call for more investment in renewables, better fuel efficiency standards, better efficiency standards for all kinds of appliances and building, those kinds of measures will lead to investment. Investments that create economic growth and jobs and lead to an America that truly remains the greatest nation in the history of the world. So the partners we have here today are believers in an innovation economy. An innovation economy that creates jobs and economic progress and saves the planet from the current carbon pollution that will in turn doom us to climate disruption and destruction. And I want to particularly cite the state representatives and state senators who are here today: Jim Albus, Eddie Vargas, Pat Wiglitz, Angel Ars, Betty Baucus, Phil Miller. Betty had to step out for a moment. And State Senators Terry Gerentana, Joe Crisco, Carlo Leone, and Kathy Austin. We thank you for being here today, and we thank each of our speakers who will be introduced one by one. But let me just say, in concluding this part of the program, I look forward to working with Gina McCarthy, who I think will really be an environmental protector for all seasons, for all states, for all time. She knows air pollution. She knows how critical it is that we reduce carbon emissions. I have worked with her, in fact, been her lawyer, she's been my client. We settle cases involving air pollution. I won't go into all the details, but she knows how to be aggressive, but also how to listen. And I know that my colleague, Chris Murphy, joins me in celebrating this progress and in the need to act now on this very critical cause. Senator Murphy.